welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela and this is Teacher Pamela Plans, where we do everything from teaching ideas to planning ideas, crafting, and dreaming, and so much more. Today is going to be my setup for October for my planner. So I'm glad you can join me and I hope that you enjoy. Please like and subscribe below. And let's get started. This time I'm going back to black. So this is my lovely cocoa paper wrap that I use. This is actually genuine leather and it has my name down at the bottom. And I love this style in particular because it has these beautiful several 1, 2, 3, 4 like little pockets on the side here, and there are different amounts of how much depth there is in each one. So I like that. This one goes like all the way down here. And then we have this open-ended pocket. Love using that. And then of course you put your slide your planner right on in there. So I'm going to be using this back to black, and I'm going to be using a lot of Jane's Agenda stuff. She is my obsession. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay. I'm also going to be referencing my planner that I have right now that I'm using. And so we're going to be using that because I use a similar format pretty much each time, but mix it up a little bit. All right. Let's get started with the rings. So I'm going to be using Happy Planner. These are just plastic black rings this time. And I have classic size, so I need 9 rings. And then I have this lovely, lovely cover that I'm going to be using. And there were some challenges with this cover, I will say, because it's really dark and there's not much you can see behind it. I debated a couple things. So let me put this together and then I'll explain a little more. All right, so there's my discs. And then I debated on a couple different things. I wanted something maybe a little bit lighter colored that would shine through. And we got these beautiful note pages, and I saw in the Facebook group, some other people had decided to do this and put this raven paper behind it, and it looks really nice. It looks really cool back there. And so I thought about that and I debated with that, but I actually ended up deciding to go with a previous fall box dashboard that Jane's Agenda had used. And this is really beautiful with the leaves, the fall leaves, and I just kind of like the way that looks behind it. You know, I'm not like super like I have to have this by itself kind of a thing. So this layering looks pretty good to me, and there's some light coloring in there as well as some bright orange. So bright red actually. So I feel like that looks really nice, and so I'm going to stick with that. So that's going to be my cover this time. Now that I have been a Jane's Agenda addictor, I am totally addicted. I have several of fall type situations to put in. So I'm just really thrilled to be able to put it all together now that I've been a subscriber for quite a while. All right, so here I'm going to be sticking this inside here, and I've got to get the back of my planner here. You can see this really well through there, but this side, you know, yeah, I'm liking it. It actually grows on me more and more and more. Yeah, I just love, I mean, I really do love this cover. It's just hard to layer with. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna stick this on in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I like to put in the front. Now, I am still working out of my September for the rest of this week, so I'm not going to put everything in here. I'm just going to show you what will eventually go in there for some of the things. So in here, I can put some things that I'm planning to do. So this is really cute. It's actually from October of 2022. And I thought about putting this in the front, as well as the one that she gave us this time. Super cute, October. And yeah, I'm kind of debating on to where, so we'll kind of see. I'm just loving that front door, and I want a lot of this to show. So I don't know how this is going to go. That one's like so deep, and I don't need all of this one to show. Just the pumpkins coming out is kind of cute. So we'll see. I don't know how that's going to look necessarily. I really would like to get this little October showing. So sometimes I do little clippies to help with that. But yeah, so that's probably what I'll do there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that one just a little peeky. Okay, and then we also have this October, calendar. So sometimes I do, like I said, a little clip or something here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet. And then I'm going to be using these Post-its. So I'm going to be putting these maybe in here, sticking out a little bit, so they peek through. So for now, this is what we're going to look like. I'm liking that. That looks cute. Maybe I will push this down then, since this is October, and that'll be good enough as far as the layering. Just like that. Cute. Okay. So I'm loving this. This looks great. I'm loving this so far. Okay, so now we're going to get to the innards. Now, next up, so I'll show you what I do in my planner currently. I have this lovely page. Jane gave us this insert, which everybody was thrilled about, and just really happy to finally get a pocket folder like this for our quote cards, because she always gives us quote cards in the subscription box. So to have this, loving it. So I'm going to put some quotes, but I'm going to leave this for now because this is in my current planner setup. But I'm going to end up putting some in there, and I'll show you which ones I'm going to be putting in. Okay, so in that little pocket, I have I'm a Priority. I like the green to go with this theme. And then this is one that she gave us with the October box as well. This is the Lithuanian quote, Rudenyaha, that describes the way nature and or weather begins to feel like autumn. So it's very autumn-like. And then I kind of went a little Halloween from some old boxes. I have Rise and Shine because it's black. Then I have Trust the Magic of New Beginnings. I Put a Spell on You. Scoot this over. I'm going to use It's Already Yours, the Universe. Be the Energy You Want to Attract. Fall Breeze and Autumn Leaves. Fall is my favorite F word. Be You Bravely. Bite Off More Than You Can Chew. And this cute cat. All right, so those are the ones I'm going to be putting into my quote pocket. All right, next up, after my quote pocket, is going to be my dream. So I will take that out and show it to you really quick. Again, it's in my current setup, so I'm going to leave it there, but I want to show you what it's going to look like. So this is my word of the year, dream, a cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal, and I'm loving this as my word of the year. I don't know, I love it. Dream big is kind of my thing. And then I'm actually going to put this cute bird scene behind it, and I think it looks great. So you can kind of see that layering. Pretty cool. And then on the other side, I have my contents page. All right. So my contents page would go here with another dashboard. So I put my contents page on this right side, and so it's going to look like this with this beautiful fall, like just, I don't know, tunnel. It almost looks like. So cool with those trees looking like that. And so that's from a past box. And then I'm going to put that like that with the bird. That looks really pretty. All right, and then I'm going to start in on my contents, like each chapter. So I'm going to be using black for my dividers, okay? Which I already still have in my current planner, so I really don't want to take them all out, but I'm going to show you. So here's what my dividers look like, and they have the numbers on them, which I love. So for now, I'm going to just show you also what comes next is one, which is my inbox. So I'm going to be using this page that I created, and I'm loving it. I need to clean it, but it's so cool. And eventually I might get a new one if this is, I don't know if that's cleanable, if that's going to be coming off or not. But I used my Cricut to create this, so it's on top of it. So this is an ink. I don't know, I'm obsessed. I really like it. Because then I can put something behind it. And I'm going to put my blankets behind it. This is from the October box, and I love it. So I'm going to be putting this behind it. And then I'm going to have these Post-its, and then I'm going to use my white gel pen, as well as I have these other Post-its, which I could also use my white gel pen with. What I usually put on it is what I have going on that particular week. So I can just, at a glance, if I need to really quick, oh, what do I have Thursday? That's right. So any appointments specifically that I have, I put there. And this is going to look great. So I'm loving that. On the back of this goes my routines. This is my planner routine that I've created. So that's what that's going to look like. Oh, so cool. All right. I'm kind of in the process of figuring out how I'm going to redo my planner routine. And then later on, I am going to do a video of what my routine for my planner looks like. I've had a request for that, so I'm definitely going to get to that. I'm just really a perfectionist, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want that to look like moving forward for myself, and then be able to share that with you all. And I usually put a page finder in there with that, so I'm going to be using this page finder with that. I think that looks really nice. But I'm using it right now, so I'm going to keep it out. And then I also have a folder that I put in. And this is just like a bunch of stuff that I have going on right now. Like this is some school stuff in here. And then on this side, I have like some receipts that I need to write down, as well as, you know, just this is my church, like phone numbers and stuff in there. So I have it in there, and just, yeah, all the random stuff. And then after that, I'm going to have this little kitty. So cute. And then I'm going to put this little sparkly foil, so it looks like magic is happening with the little kitty. I think that's really fun. Okay. But I'm using that right now. So after that, here's my perpetual calendar. So I'm just putting in just the different things really quick of what I definitely have going on. So I'm going to go ahead, since this is a new quarter, and I'll place that part in, put in there. Okay, so that's that. And these are like actual extra tasks like you got to do. And I've not been good about looking at it. I need to be better about filling it out and looking at what I need. Okay, and then after I have my perpetual planner is my brain dump. I'm loving this. These are like the brain dump triggers, and look at how cool that's gonna look layered. It's in the forest with the fog. Really cool. Okay, so that's gonna go there. After that comes my inbox. So Jane's Agenda came out with this inbox. I have a couple more. I've been using the Fancy Plans Co. inbox, but now I'm going to move over to the Jane's Agenda. She gave us these in a subscription box, and I'm really excited about using these. And they're double-sided, which is awesome. So if I don't need, I can use, and I use it by month is what I do. Like my inbox goes for a month, and then I change it each month. So depending on if I need more slots, then I will use this whole thing for October. But if not, then I'll just use October, and then this will be November, which will be kind of nice. And then I have my ideas right over here, so I can be looking at that while I put it on there. All right. So that's my inbox. Currently, I also have some project pages and some someday pages. I'm just not going to put them in this time. I'm going to keep things a little bit simpler. And then next up is my goal section. So this is number 2. This is going to be here, and then I'm going to put this on layer with this. How cute is that going to be? Oh my gosh, I love this with the bats like that. This is from an old box, but I'm just loving how that will look. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And then this is, I'm going to put pictures of my weight loss, but I haven't. First of all, I got to take the pictures, which I've taken like one last week, and I need to update and take another picture. And I'm okay. Like this, I don't know. I might even start it next year. I love this dashboard and I love the idea of it, but I think it's really cool to see where I'll end up. And even if it's not, you know, like I'm starting mid-September, I don't care. Like, it's really cool idea and concept. I just haven't used it yet, but I'm looking forward to that. I have my dream. Obviously, since dream is my word, this is my dreams of 2023. And I just kind of put a little collage together. And really, I am so pleased. This is where we're starting in on Q4 here. And I'm really, really happy with the way my life is going. I just am. Like, oh my God, there's so much this year that I got. And I had a lot of losses. I'm getting emotional, but I had a lot of losses recently. But it has made me also realize what I have. And I'm just so blessed. So I'm so grateful. I think one of the things that I really, really want to continue really hard on is my health and wellness. I have some major goals coming up with that, but I'm getting on the right track with it finally. Anyways, that's my dream. And I'm going to keep on going. All right. And then after that is my manifesting journal. I'm going to be putting in a level 10 life tracker. So this has options for 10 places in your life. So this came from Jane's Agenda, but I use Moxie Life goals, and I need to fill this out as to where I'm at with all these things. And did I get to all of them? No. And am I going to, even with Q4? Nope, not going to happen. But I'm on my way, and that's what matters. And so then after that is my social media guide. And I haven't filled much out other than kind of my plans. So these are what I have coming up, if you're interested, what I'm planning to do as far as for October. And so I'll have monthlies of those, as well as my ideal day. Just my ideal day, what it would look like with all my things. So I have that in there as well. My next section is my self-care section. And I really thought that this dashboard would be perfect for that, since I'm out with lanterns looking for myself. Emily Dickinson. And of course, it's all Halloween decor, fall decor. So I think that's perfect for my self-care section. So in my self-care section, what I like to have is a couple different things. So the first thing that I'm going to add is this October. I found these on Etsy and I just love them. They just are so pretty with the watercolory look. And so I'm going to be using this for a mood tracker. So that's what this is for. So pretty. And so then what I do is I add in just my different feelings of moods. Happy, like this will be happy, this will be productive, this is like normal, okay color. And then for the blue, it's like angry or frustrated, sad, sick. So that's kind of where I'm at, like as far as what I use for the mood tracker. And then I have some self-care situations. So what I'm going to be adding in our grocery list. This was new to this particular agenda. So I'm going to add one per week in. And so it's got meal planning and grocery. So this is really going to help me plan what I have going on meal-wise. So hopefully that will help a little bit with my, diet or whatever, food. I don't like calling it diet, so. And then after that, I'm going to put in weekly self-care pages. This one's going to have one on it. I will say the other side of it is in my other planner currently. So I don't want to put it in there yet. And along with that, I put in these routines. So it's an AM routine and a PM routine. I just love these. These work out really well. All right, so that's what these look like. This has got your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and then even a little spot for notes. And then on the back of this, it has a long list of notes. So I'm going to use, I think, probably just some notes about what's going on. I'm using Weight Watchers currently. And then groceries, my list of groceries, and you can tear it on out and take it with you. Love that idea. One thing I would have suggested, though, to Jane, and maybe I might write this on her thing as a suggestion, maybe have this be perforated, if that's even possible for her to do. I don't know. But to have that be perforated would be amazing, because then you could really easily take it out. So just a suggestion for later on. And then, so we have this routine tracker. So you have 10 spots for AM, 10 spots for PM. And then you have 2 sections of minutes active and ounces of water. I usually cover these up though, like that first one. And I use the one down here because I don't double up on that. I just say a total. But this is your goal up here. So you put your goals for your active minutes and your ounces of water and the dates. All right, and this is what the self-care planner looks like. I'm loving it because it has spots for mind, body, and soul. And then it has your weight if you want to track that. I usually maybe do it once a week. I might write it at the beginning, and that's about it. And then breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner, 2 snack spots. And then it has a spot for your steps, your exercise, and then water intake, your hours of sleep and the quality of sleep. And then you just can put whatever you're doing for your mind and for your soul. Then there's gratitude over here. I don't use these sections. Notes. I have another place that I do gratitude in. So I just decorate. All right. So I'm going to get those in. In my self-care, I like to also put in the movies that I'm watching, the TV shows that I'm watching, and then just self-care ideas if I'm looking for some ideas. Moving on to section number 4. All right, so this section is where I start kind of my calendar and weekly planning section. So with this, I have the lunar phases. I created this on Canva. And then I'm going to be putting this behind it. Pretty cool looking. And then I have this. Now this also says 2022 on it. I'm just going to ignore that. And also like the holidays and stuff. I just like the way it looks. And then I have this also from last year. And it's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which I think is so fun. And then on the back of that has got a fall reading list. So I thought maybe it'd be fun to do some of these. So we'll see. Practical Magic. Love it. I've watched the movie, but I've never read the book. So that'd be fun. All right. And so with that, I start my calendars. I have a year at a glance that I've created. And I did this through Wild University. And just kind of an overview of what we have in our lives going on. And then I have this beautiful year at a glance that I got from Jane's Agenda. So I'll be putting those in as well. After that, I'm going to be putting in my regular calendar. All right, so what I typically do for my regular calendar, I love the way that this looks, but this is not practical for me, so I just use this side. This was given to us in a box, and so I know I'm not really ever gonna use it, and I use the executive calendar because I need more space for my calendar. So my next, just so FYI, my next video after this is gonna be my monthly plan with me. So I'm gonna be setting this calendar up, the executive. So that's what that's gonna look like. I'm gonna tape these 2 pages together so it'll open just like this. Okay. And this time I am starting something new. So next comes my weeklies. Well, I'm doing some new weeklies. I've been doing plum paper and I love them. And I'm probably going to go back to them at some point. But Jane gave us these and they're dated. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to use them. I'm going to mix some things up. And I used to do this layout. So this is the kind of Happy Planner vertical layout, essentially. I shouldn't say it's that because it's not. It's similar to that. So you've got your boxes for, typically people say morning, lunch, or morning, afternoon, and evening. You could do it that way. It's pretty versatile, and I think that's why a lot of people like it. But Jane has added some fun things here. She's added like a notes part down here. I'll probably use that as decoration. She's got a tracker down here. I love that. I love that she added that. That part, like, to me is kind of a must at this point because plum paper has that tracker. So I'm all about that. And then we have the tasks here. So I could put weekly tasks here is what I'm thinking about doing. And then also putting them in within the week. So we'll see. I don't know exactly how this is going to be played out, but I'm going to do my best. All right, so my next section is number 5. And this section is my faith section. All right, so I'm going to add the lovely raven that she gave us. Oh, I'm so excited about this. This is so pretty. And the layering. And then this has texture to it. And it's so pretty. Edgar Allan Poe. Loving it. All right, so there's that. The dashboard for that. And then I have some plum paper that I've been using for scriptures. And I actually basically have tried to do this. This is like a week. And so it's got the section of scripture. And so I want to kind of focus on one scripture and then reflect on what it means. Praise and gratitude. That's another place. Like, I'm also doing that in my JMB journal, but it's good to have it constant. So, and then answered prayers. I think that's a really cool addition to have that. And then who you're praying for. And so here I'm kind of adding in, I have my Bible study group, and then so I write in those people that people need prayers for over there. And then any additional that I see, if it's on social media or whatever, people are asking for prayers. So pretty cool. And then I don't know how to make this work still. I'm still kind of working on this because then I could also do daily. So I have this scripture that I've been looking up from Daily Bread online, and they have a daily scripture that you can do, daily question. I really like the idea of really honing in on one per week and kind of memorizing it and making that more into my life. I don't know. So I'm kind of still iffy about that. And then this has got some really cool, like, what's going on, rejoicing in, singing praises and gratitude, all that kind of stuff. And then these are going to be my notes pages for my Bible study. So I have that next. Then I go on to section 6. Section 6 is home section for me. So here is what it's going to look like. I love this. The more I want to get something done, the less I call it work. And even though this is my home section, you guys, I work from home and I work very, very, very part-time. And so home is really more my work, to be honest. So I'm loving how that looks. That just looks really cool like that. Okay. And then it has kitty on the back. All right. So for my home section, I have another kind of calendar. So you can put whatever you want on this. This I kind of thought about, okay, it's an at a glance where I can write down what's going on with the kids. I was using this in the summer to write down our activities together. But now I think I'm just going to I didn't really use it in September because I just didn't know what to do. But I'm thinking about using it for, you know, just whatever the kids have going on so that I can transfer it in other places. But we'll see. This was actually a goal kind of a thing that Jane's Agenda had given us. I think like a year ago. It was back in November, I want to say. I love it. I think it's really cool. But I'm using it for the kids. So since I have 2 kids in school now and they're at 2 different schools, things can be a little complicated, and it's going to be that way for the rest of the time. Honestly, like they're going to be at separate schools. They're never going to be at the same school. So things are very different as to what's going on. This helps me stay organized with what's going on at school. Loving this. I'm so proud of this, that like this was so versatile that I was able to do something totally and completely different with it. Also in my home before, I had a lot of cleaning stuff as well, cleaning ideas, and I might add in some of that again. And it's from Clean Mama. So we'll see. Moving on to section 7. Okay, so for section 7, I'm doing this layering. I just love my layering. Grateful for all that is known to me and all that is yet to be shown to me. Putting that in there. Okay. So for section 7, this is my finance section. So I'm not really going to show a lot of this right now, other than I can show you my inserts. So I'm using these as transactions for what I have going on, and then they're double-sided, which is awesome too. And then I also have budget pages as well, so I can go over that sometime. All right, and then section 8, I'm doing notes. So I kind of decided to layer this. I think this is really cool. Loving this cover, and then this is Pride and Prejudice, also an old box. So this was actually from August, I think, of this year. So I just thought this would look kind of cool. So I'm putting this for my notes and layering it. And then I'm going to be putting some of these Raven note pages in there. I mean, these are so fun. So cool. All right. So that is my planner. All right, so now the only thing, whoops, I kind of pulled that out as I was getting there. Now I have also, I can put some page finders in there, where I typically put the page finders, like I told you, was I'll put one with my planner routine, and then I'll put one wherever my self-care is. And then I'll put one with my monthly calendar. And then I'll put one with my weekly. So those are the pages that I kind of like to be able to flip to very quickly. All right, that is my setup for October. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And my next video up is going to be my plan with me for my monthly. See you then, and keep dreaming.